Hello everybody, welcome back to Support Gaming Review. Today I want to make a quick video on my biggest issue, I guess, when it comes to gaming, or when it comes to gamers in general. And that issue is something that I've seen a lot of on certain videos, or people I've talked to before online. And that is the issue when it comes to, retro gaming. And, some people believe that we should just not go backwards or not play retro games, because I've seen this on a couple of videos, especially Atari videos, where people say, well, why would anybody want to go back to a 50-year-old console? Now, number one, the reason why people want to go back is nostalgia. Number two, it has actually a pretty big community of people who really love this console. And also, the great thing with these retro games, retro consoles, is that, well, they're fun for everyone to play. It doesn't really matter what age you are. You could have a lot of fun with Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo, Atari, PS1, PlayStation 2, Nintendo 64, and so on. There was so many great retro games and retro consoles. Like Missile Command is a fantastic game. You just sit there and you get to destroy missiles, and they try to basically destroy your little cities that you have. But it's a really fun game. It's enjoyable. And when you go back to retro games or a retro console, you're not really going back because of the amazing graphics. You're going back because it offers you fun and a casual, simple experience. And a lot of these old games are just addictive, And the one thing I hate when it comes to gaming or gamers is that there was that mindset that people have. Well, it's like, well, why would I want to go back to this piece of crap? Why would I want to go back and play some of these old games when we have newer technology and newer consoles and newer games? And it's perfectly okay to not want to get into retro gaming, to not want to get into retro consoles. That's perfectly okay. But it's just the whole disrespect of retro systems that I've seen. Because I've seen a couple of videos on retro stuff like Atari 2600, I've seen a couple other consoles that are retro, and you have these people who are very ignorant, who are like, well, I don't see why anyone like this, it's ancient, right? But, in my opinion, I think the stuff is still cool. I think anybody, any age, can have fun with an Atari or Sega or whatever it is, and, I think that it's enjoyable to collect these systems and to collect these consoles. Yeah, it's not for everyone, and not everybody will want to get into retro gaming, but I think that retro gaming is very important, and I think that, if I like the idea of bringing back retro consoles and bringing back retro games, like the Atari Plus right here, and the Atari 400 that was made. Those are systems that were recreated and brought back with HDMI and all that other stuff. So I think it's important to keep retro games and consoles alive. I think it's very important for gaming in general to understand the history behind it, but to also respect it and be like, yeah, this exists, And you don't have to go out and buy one. I'm in my 20s, right? This is definitely not around my generation, but I think it's really fun and enjoyable. I think that if people want to play and start a collection of retro stuff, you should definitely pick up, Sega Genesis, old Nintendo, Atari. It's really fun and enjoyable. I really like it, and I think retro gaming is very important, and I think it's very important to respect what came before. Yeah, gaming is very different nowadays, obviously, and obviously we have better graphics, all this other stuff, but retro gaming I love and enjoy because it's very simple and casual, and I don't really care about the graphics when it comes to retro gaming. It's just good, fun, it's simple. There was no internet connection, there was no account requirements, there's no subscription services. You just plug in a cartridge, you plug your console to your TV, you plug it up to your wall, and that's all you gotta do. You just plug it in and it works, right? You put the game in, it works. There's no accounts, there's no subscription services. Retro gaming is awesome, and you don't need a Wi-Fi connection to play these games. It's just, I think it's really cool. I think there's definitely a big audience out there, especially people around my age who are in their 20s, who are really curious about, what came before. I think there's definitely a big audience out there for retro game consoles, and I do believe that there was people who will continue to buy and continue to want retro consoles to come back and for retro games to continue to like be remade or remastered or whatever. But anyway, I'm in the video. Hope you all enjoy. Leave a like and comment down below what you think about retro gaming. But I think retro gaming is very important. I think that retro game consoles and gaming is really important, and I really enjoy these retro consoles and games. And I just got myself a Atari 400 Mini. Again, I never owned the Atari 400. I've only owned the 2600 for a couple of years now, but I just got the 400 Mini, which is the Atari 400 Mini computer. So I can't wait to get that and to do a video about that little mini console. But I just enjoy this stuff. I respect it, and I think that retro gaming is still very important, even though it's 2024. I think this stuff is very important, and it's a part of gaming history, and it's very fun to collect. And there was so many fantastic games for these old systems. But anyway, I'm in the video, so peace out. Hope you all enjoyed, and let me know in the comment section below if you have any retro consoles or if you play any retro games. But anyway, peace out.